Most people have heard of the mythological werewolf. But where did this tradition come from? And why is it so universal? The word werewolf is Old English in origin. It is a combination of the Old English words for person and wolf, meaning the werewolf is literally a wolf person. The term is also connected to the Norse word varg, which translates as outlaw. This is appropriate since the character of the werewolf is thought to be an out-of-control villain who commits violent acts. Stories of humans turning into animals are common throughout history and can be found in almost every part of the world. There are myths about humans turning into bears, lions, and even dragons. But it was in Eastern Europe where the legends of men turning into wolves were most prominent. For several hundred years, belief in werewolves was very common. From the 1300s through the 1500s, even into the 1700s, it was commonly believed that creatures such as werewolves not only could exist, but did exist. So how does one become a werewolf? In modern fiction, being bitten by a werewolf is the surest way to become a werewolf. However, this idea did not become popular until the 20th century. In stories from earlier times, all one had to do was wear a belt made out of wolf skin. Other legends claimed that drinking rainwater from a wolf's paw print caused the transformation. In Italy, it was believed that if someone slept outside on a Wednesday or a Friday and there was a full moon, that person would become a werewolf. This led to the notion that a full moon causes a werewolf to transform. People of earlier eras had various ways of identifying a potential werewolf. Physical features such as a monobrow, long, curved fingernails, or lowered ears were telltale signs that one might be a werewolf. In some cultures, it was believed that a werewolf could be revealed by cutting the person's flesh. If he or she was a werewolf, the werewolf's fur could be seen under the flesh. In yet other regions, it was thought that a person would have hair under their tongue if the person was a werewolf. Rye and mistletoe were commonly used to repel werewolves. Wreaths of rye were hung on doors or kept in homes to prevent werewolves from entering. A plant called wolfsbane was also used medicinally and thought to be a cure for those suspected of being werewolves. In Middle Eastern cultures, it was believed that one could cure a werewolf by striking it on the head with a knife. In Germany, they thought simply saying the werewolf's human name would return them to their proper state. It wasn't until 1935 that the idea of shooting a werewolf with a silver bullet was introduced. This method was first used in a book published that year, and since then has become ingrained in the public's mind as the only way to defeat a werewolf. Today, the notion of believing in werewolves seems silly to most, but for those who lived hundreds of years ago, this was a common belief that helped many of them explain the unexplainable.